This is Mr. Fritz, and this is the week of April 27th to May 1st, and this is This Week in Science. In This Week in Science, you will get to work on your energy transformation choice assignment. You get to pick one of the assignments, the type of project you want to work on, and work through that throughout the week. You get to choose from either a poster, which could be a regular poster or a digital version, a comic strip, which could also be a digital version. You get to make a tutorial movie, or you get to work on the super packet, which will be a digital version as well. Let's take a look at each one of these projects to see which one you'll be working on this week. Now we go to our correspondent, the Science Muppet, for more information on the requirements for the poster. Science Muppet, over
Thanks,
to you.
Mr. Fritz. So if you look at the Schoology page, you have the Energy Transformation Choice Assignment sign-up folder. Make sure you signed up for a project that you like. So if I click here, it'll open up, and let's start with looking at the poster. For the poster, your goal is to pick a single type of energy, and in your poster, show how your chosen type of energy can turn into different forms of energy. You can also demonstrate in your poster how the other forms of energy are turned into your chosen energy. Make sure you do 7 to 9 examples with pictures and writing required. This should be hang on the wall quality preferred. You can also make a real poster or a digital advertisement. It's all up to you. So we have several different versions. This first one is showing how different forms of energy turn into radiant energy, or radiant energy turns into those forms of energy. Great examples. The next example shows electric energy turning into different forms of energy. And then finally, mechanical energy, this student chose, showing how it turns into different forms of energy, or they turn into mechanical energy. Again, the requirements are you have a title and definition for 5 points of your chosen energy. Your display, the artwork shows you put quality effort into you demonstrating your images and connection to their chosen form of energy, 5 points. You get 10 points for imagery with strong use of color and making sure you have all your pictures, and supported information is another 5 points. You can see your rubric when you click on the web version of this assignment. Back to you, Mr. Fritz.
Science Muppet, could you go into further detail in talking about the comic strip that students might do?
Certainly I can, Mr. Fritz. But one more thing I want to add. You have a poster transformation planning sheet here. If you click on this, you should work on this portion for Monday. Some people already did it. But what's great is it'll help you organize what you're doing. So you pick what type of energy. Let's say you pick electricity. That's my example. You write type of energy transformation, so you go electric to radiant. Changing energy form. What you'll write, how you'll explain it. So here's my example. Let's say I'm going to turn electric into radiant. Electricity flows to a home through wires and powers the lamp in the room. What will I draw? I'll probably draw a lamp in a room. That's my example. You could also do the reverse. You could do radiant into electric. How does that look? You might say solar panels and have a picture of solar panels capturing radiant energy, turning into electric. Remember, you can only do one form of energy transformation once. So make sure you do that. Now let's go back and look at the comic strip. Now, if I go back to the Energy Transformation Choice Assignment sign up folder, comic strip, hopefully if you want to do a comic strip, you can do that. Here are a few examples. You might notice that these examples are completely filled in, full of color, and have writing and show all of these different forms of energy transformation. As you scroll down, you have your rubric. Each box gives information about the concept, 5 points. You have a single character going through the transformations, 5 points. Artwork, get 5 points for doing 6th grade level artwork, and 10 points for the different energy transformations. You want to have as many different types of energy in your comic strip. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, Science Muppet. What you're saying is that students can, in a comic strip, go have electric energy into radiant. They can have radiant into chemical. They can have all sorts of different examples, but they don't want to repeat the same energy transformation. You're saying they don't want to repeat going from electric to radiant and then have another example of electric to radiant. Is that correct, Science Muppet?
Mr. Fritz, that's exactly right. You want to have just one example of that energy transformation. Remember, though, you can do the reverse. Electric to radiant is different than radiant to electric. So you should be able to come up with 9 different examples pretty well.
Science Muppet. You also have the choice of doing the movie version. And in the movie, you're going to want to have 7 different examples, up to 9, of different energy transformations around your house and around your world. Let's look at the sign up, what some examples might look like. Video, your goal is to be demonstrating 7 to 9 different energy transformations around your house or world. You can be creative as you can with your video. Please have text descriptions pop up in your video. Use the planning sheet to help you organize what your video process is going to be like. So no, you again, like the comic strip and poster, you can only use the type of energy transformation one time, once in the video, like electric to radiant using a lamp. But you can do the reverse too. An example, radiant into electric using a solar panel. I would encourage everyone, even if you're not doing the poster, or not doing the movie, to check out these different versions that students have made in the past. They're informative, they're funny, and hopefully they'll give you an idea. What's the grading on this? Let's look. For informational text, you get up to 5 points for having text pop up explaining your energy transformation. Check out the examples. You have explanation of the energies in your video for 5 points. If you edit your video and it looks really well done, you get 5 points. And you get up to 10 points for having at least 7 different transformations in the video, up to 9. A lot of people go for 9. Last but not least, you have the option of doing the digital version of the super packet. Let's have the Science Muppet, our correspondent, go into the packet a little further. Back to you, Science Muppet.
Thanks, Mr. Fritz. The super digital packet is all digital. It's all about energy. Let's take a peek. The packet is broken up into 2 sections from Chapter 5. Luckily, you should have already read Lesson 1 and 2. Lesson 1 about forms of energy on page 161 to 165, as well as Lesson 2 on page 169 to 173. So, if I look at the packet, it's pretty simple. We have Lesson 1, as you can see here, forms of energy, and it says, what is energy? In your textbook, in red bold letters, it'll say, what is energy? All the answers are there. As you scroll down, it's like filling in the blanks, but you'll do it digitally. It'll be like a Schoology assessment. It'll be a blue puzzle piece. The great thing about the super packet is if you choose this, you can work at your pace. That means that you can pause and come back to the assignment and work and work. As long as you've read those 2 lessons, if you have your notes and you pay close attention, you should do very, very well. To sign up for the packet, make sure you've done that, and Mr. Fritz will be able to assign it to you, and you can work at your own pace a little by little. Some people like to sit and knock it all out. Some people like to do a little bit at a time. Remember, a goldfish can eat a shark by taking little bites at a time. Back to you, Mr. Fritz.
Thanks, Science Muppet. And it seems that we have some breaking news. We do not have scheduled classes for Friday. So you get Friday this week to work on anything like relaxing, going outside, enjoying yourself. If you have old work to catch up on, you can catch up on it. We will not be assigning you any new work on Friday, so that's big news. In addition, you are only choosing one of the choice assignments. That's it. So you get to pick either the poster, the comic strip, the video, or the super digital packet. You only have to do one this week. That is all. We will have them due on Tuesday of next week. By Tuesday next week, that will be May 5th, we will have a discussion thread. We will have you submit your assignment there and then look at your peers' assignments to get some inspiration before our energy transformations test coming up. And your goal for Monday is to work on your planning sheet for whatever project you're doing, whether it's the comic strip, poster, or video. The packets, you will work on those at your own pace. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you will want to work on sections of your project, maybe a quarter to a third each day. And by Tuesday, you should have your full project done, no matter which one you chose. Looking forward to seeing your energy choice assignments, whether you pick the poster, which can be done digitally or regularly, comic strip, which also has an outline for the comic. If you want to download that into Notability, you can do that, or work on it on yourself if you want to print one out. You can do the video or the super packet. Now, we will have question and answer Zoom sessions throughout the week, so look for those in the updates on your Science Schoology page. For the Science Muppet, I'm Mr. Fritz signing off and looking forward to seeing you next week on This Week in Science. I can't afford music, I'm sorry.